For those of you who are joining us remotely, appreciate your patience. About 10 minutes away from starting. All right, a little late start tonight. Good evening, Land Shark fans. Appreciate you joining us. We got Orangeburg Wilkinson tonight. A little bit of a late start. They just got here. Jeff Delaney, Clay Luton, and Ryan Anderson, and the rest of the crew here. Lucky enough to have Coach LaPrade join us. Talk a little bit about the season while we wait for OW to warm up. Coach, been a good season for JV. We've seen a lot of players develop. Would love to get your thoughts on what you've seen and anybody in particular that you think has developed in a special way this season.
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of hang our hat on being a developmental program. You know, I remember 2 years ago we had a kid, CJ Moskos. You know, he didn't start as a sophomore on our JV force and ended up being a two-way starter in the state championship game 2 years later. So that's one thing that always reminds me of how much we develop these kids, and that's what we want to do here. You know, you see kids as their freshman year that are little pudgy kids, and 4 years later they're monsters, and everybody's wondering what happens to them. And it's the hard work that Coach Coleman puts in with them in the weight room and all the work they get from their coaches on the field, and it really makes a difference. That's kind of why we don't have down years in this program. We kind of feel like we just keep reloading every year, and it's because of our JV and how hard they work year in and year out. But on the developmental side, man, it'd be hard to pick out one or two. They've done really good as a group. The offensive line, from where they started to where they are now, is light years away. Early in the year, you know, we were really worried about up front. Probably our best guy we had a little mishap and didn't get to play for us this year. And we had another 6'6" guy that ended up being a volleyball player that we were counting on, and had some younger guys have to step in there and step up on the O-line, and they've done a great job for us, and they've come a long way this year. But really every position group has really developed a lot this year on the junior varsity level. I've been proud of them and their coaches. They've done a good job. I tell you, nobody's put more time in than this JV crew, that's for sure. I think they practice about 8 hours a day.
Yeah, they worked hard, especially over the summer.
Absolutely.
Coach had them out there doing two-a-days, and they were well conditioned. I think they're going to finish, if we're lucky enough to win this game, we should finish 4-3, and that doesn't count the Battery Creek game and some others that we were probably going to be heavily favored in. Lost a game at the beginning of the year to Fort D that we easily could have won, and lost a couple of others to Dutch Fork and Ashley Ridge, where we were, you know, outsized a little bit, but hung in there well. What's your what do you get from the season? What have you seen that you think shows the progress that we all saw this year?
Yeah, I tell you, 4-3 is good for them. I don't really count the Dutch Fork game. You know, they have 30 juniors on the field, so that's kind of just see where we're at with a team like that. And I tell you, even the Fort Dorchester game, it's hard for me to count that as a loss. We go out of bounds on the 1 yard line with 5 seconds on the clock and don't get another play. That's kind of hard to stomach right there.
Yeah.
But the kids, they really have played well. They don't really let the losses get them down. They just get to work every day and keep stacking good days of good practices and find a way to get better as a team. And I tell you, they're a good group of kids.
Absolutely. Now you're pulling a few up for the playoffs. What went into that decision making?
Yeah, I tell you, we're pulling more than a few. I think it's over 20 we're pulling up with us.
It's a lot of them,
Yeah, we like to, usually every year we pull up most of the sophomores and one or two of the freshmen that we feel like can play for us as a sophomore on varsity. But this team's so talented that we ended up pulling a bunch. And we kind of pulled up everybody that hung in there with us the whole time. There was a couple kids I X'd off because they were missing a practice one a week or one or two a week, and they got to understand that that's not what I want out of the varsity group. And I understand people get sick, you got schoolwork you got to do, but it was the same guys. You got 13 or 14 missed practices. There's something wrong. Mm-hmm. So there's a couple guys I left off that list for that reason. But it's something I want them to understand, that it's a reward to be able to get moved up, and you got to put your time in. And I think they all understand that. I had a talk with them about it 3 weeks ago, and they all nodded their heads and they understood it. Not saying they all liked it, but they understood it. But I think we got a really good core of kids that will move right into that varsity role next year, and I don't think we'll miss a beat on varsity with them. Fantastic.
All right. So speaking of varsity, take us into your thoughts for the playoff. We got one more regular season game tomorrow in OW for Halloween, orange against black, which is rather appropriate. What are you expecting tomorrow night, and then what do you think the playoffs are going to look like for you?
Yeah, we kind of talked to the kids about we got to go on a 6-game run here. This last region game of the year is going to be a tough one. OW is 9-0. They got a stud at receiver, number 7 guy. He's one of the best I've seen. They got a linebacker with an Arkansas commitment, and he rotates. They got a guy that's just as good as him.
Wow.
So they got a bunch of athletes. We're going to have to play together as a team and kind of play team football better than them and not play individual football. But we do a good job of that, so I'm not really concerned that much about tomorrow. We really don't worry about our opponents a whole lot. We worry about ourselves. If we play our best brand of football, we're going to win, no matter who it is. So we focus on what we do a lot more than we do on what they do. And that's kind of been our focus, even in the off week. We really went back to fundamentals. We didn't really worry about who we were playing. It really comes down to blocking and tackling and not turning the ball over and forcing turnovers on defense. And that's what we've been working on the last couple weeks. And I tell you, man, yesterday was probably the best practice I've seen in my 3 years here. I had to cut practice short right in the middle of practice. I thought somebody was going to get hurt, man. They were they were getting after it. And I let it go and let it go and let it go. And finally I was like, guys, man, this is great. We have to stop. Like, somebody is going to get hurt.
And I think we got everybody healthy for tomorrow night too, right?
Yeah,
first time in a long time?
First time since second quarter against Irmo. We got James O'Connor back. So now we kind of got a two-headed monster running back.
Man,
we'll go put a little duo set in tomorrow night, go some two-back on him, something a little new for him. And we got Michael Strickler's back on defense. Tyler Stafford's back on defense. We've been playing with only 9 of our starters on defense for the past month. So it's good to have those two back. And they made a big difference in that practice yesterday. And then having James, him and Zakai in the backfield I wouldn't want to have to try to stop him. I can tell you that.
Zakai has done a great job in James's absence. And it is definitely going to be nice to have Stafford back as well. He was having a really good breakout year, and before he hurt his back, I think. So it'd be good to have him back as well. Walk us into the playoffs a little bit. Who are you expecting to see? What's the mentality, change that you got to put in these guys as we head, post regular season into the playoffs?
Yeah, the main thing for the playoffs is you can't have an off week. It's win or go home kind of in the playoffs. And we're going to have, I think the schedule's going to be a lot like last year. It looks like probably Dillon in the quarterfinals, Loris in the semifinals, and probably a good chance of BHP in the finals. Those 3 programs are solid programs. They're going to be good every single year. Mm-hmm. And we've been practicing for Dillon for probably 2 months now. We've been working on stuff offensively and defensively that we haven't shown on film, and we know that's a big game for us. Their coaching staff does a great job. So I feel like we can get by that Dillon game and make it to the Final Four, and then it's anybody's game from there. But I really do like our chances. Our kids have been working really hard, and I kind of feel like they deserve to win. And when you feel like that as a coach, even if we get beat, I could care less. I know they deserve it. I know they're going to play hard. And I tell them, even if we get beat, I don't care. Just go out there and play hard and let whatever's going to happen. But we're going to play an aggressive style of football in the playoffs for sure. We're going to let it all hang out.
Well, Coach, I can tell you, there is nobody on this field or with the program that believes in this team more than you do, and I got to see that firsthand. Jeff, you and I got to see it firsthand before and after, more importantly, the Dutch Fork game as an example, where we were a heavy dog there. Saw the same thing you guys are going to see tomorrow night, where we had a ton of players with commits everywhere, all the big-name schools, and we went in there not only hung, but we put it on them, and that's in large part due to the confidence I think you instill in these boys. So we appreciate that.
Yep, absolutely.
And we're going to let you get back down to the field. I know you got some prep to do as we get ready to kick off this game. I appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely, and thank y'all. I know how much time y'all put in, how much work y'all put in, and I know you don't get paid. I know you're all volunteers, but yeah, we ain't told you that part yet. But I was
waiting on a check.
I was supposed to wait. Checks in the mail. Checks in the mail.
I just appreciate your accessibility and work with the kids this year, and not a lot of varsity coaches don't get too involved sometimes with the JV program, but you're there, and I've seen you around a lot, and I think that speaks a lot of where the program's going and what you're doing and who you are as a coach. And OCA is where we're going as a program. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I feel like it's important to grow these JV kids. I always watched when I was at the other stop, the B team and the JV, and I kind of feel like I know what the kids are going to do before they do it when they get to me. And it just comes from paying attention and watching them when they're younger and kind of earn their trust. You know, they see me around a lot, and it's my job to earn their trust so that when I call something on Friday nights, they get the job done. That's the plan.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. So we've got about 4.5 minutes before we kick this game off. We can start talking a little bit about what we can expect to see tonight. Let's walk through the starters here. On defense, across the front, we've got Fuller Roach, number 9, Logan Nadelborg, number 61, Jay Delaney, number 54, Awesome Cole, number 15. On the corners, we've got Eddie Garner, number 30, Matt Rule, number 3. Across the middle back, we got Diesel Scott at 0, Moses Noy at number 11, and Ford Robinson at number 8. And then in the far back, we've got Nate Collins, the ball hawk this year, at number 6, and Colton Hamilton, number 5. This defensive unit this year, Jeff, has done a really heck of a job, haven't they?
They have, and it's we've had great game planning from Matt Cole, who's given scouting reports week in, week out, as far as what the tendencies are for these teams, and that's been a big help, I know, to Coach Jones, and appreciate his help. Once again, I think he's on that same payroll as us.
Yeah, that's right.
He's put a lot of time into breaking down film, so we appreciate Matt for all the time he's put in as well.
Absolutely. And on offense, we've got across the front, Rowan Rothwell at number 72, Ty Mitchell at number 77, Noah Anderson starting at center at number 52, Rocco Reyes at number 68, Declan Lynch. I think Declan is actually 6'7" tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I think he took that number. I think you might hear a little bit of that tonight from us.
They did some arm wrestling over that apparently, right?
So Declan Lynch at right tackle. And then on the wideouts, you got Nate Collins, number 6, Kerrick Raperda, number 16, Ryland Head, number 2, Banks Luton at quarterback at number 1, Caden Bennett and Tommy Harriet holding down the backfield at number 4 and 32, respectively. I've got to tell you, I just put some readers on that I bought over the weekend, and if you heard me reading these numbers a lot faster than I was before, it's because I can actually see them now. It's quite nice. Offensively this year, Jeff, as impressive as defense have been, I think offense has been even more so.
Definitely a growth with the offense. I think earlier this season we saw the deep ball and some trouble catching the ball, and Coach Jones adapted and started throwing short, down and out routes, 5-10 yards, and then all of a sudden we started catching the ball with a lot of success, and that opened up our running game. And from there we started putting it on people with the offensive success we started having as the season went on.
Absolutely. So we're excited. We're a couple minutes away from kickoff here. OW had some traffic trouble, and so they got here about 45 minutes late, but I think we're finally almost ready to kick off here.
The Halloween Bowl. This is it.
It is the Halloween Bowl.
we got orange and black.
Oceanside and all black. And
getting ready to flip the coin. And we are getting ready to play here and kick off here. From the eye test, they're not small. They got some big boys.
Yeah.
They've had some common opponents that they've had success against as well. So expect maybe a tight ball game early on, and hopefully as we go, we should hopefully pull away a little bit.
Absolutely. So you got your crew here tonight, Clay Luton and Jeff Delaney. And, of course, we've got Ryan Anderson, special guest Buddy Bean, who normally is on the Friday night crew, here with us tonight. Matt Cole, Michael Hunt on scoreboard, and Lisa Dyke down in the end zone. We're excited to get this game started.
Coach Pratt made a good point about these kids and the sizes. Some of them haven't hit puberty yet, and they're all going to have huge growth spurts. So, sometimes you can get frustrated with playing time, and next thing you know, you got some kid that's, 5'2". Next thing you coming back during the summer, and he's, 5'10". And that's where the work comes in the off season, which we're getting ready to head into, where these kids are going to, get your nutrition right, weightlifting, and stay positive. Because this is a team sport. Some of these kids might not ever play football again.
That's right.
And I think, speaking on behalf of my son, who's never really played organized football, to give him this type of, with the school and obviously the coaching staff and the other kids, it's been a really good, healthy activity for them to participate in. So regardless where your son is, I think you just send the message to stick with it, because being out here every day and being a part of a group will take them a long way in life.
Absolutely. So, yeah, Orangeburg had, I think we had one common opponent, which is North Charleston. They won 22-8. Of course, we won that game. That was the last game we played. That was 70-0. So that's about as close as we can see of a matchup. They are 3-2 on the year, and, of course, we're 3-3. So this could be a good matchup tonight, Jeff.
Mm-hmm. They're going to be running a lot of trip set. They got twins, and Coach Cole showed me they actually run the wishbone, which I got excited about. It's a lost art, which I think is a really effective way to run the ball, especially if you're a little bit undersized, playing a bigger opponent. The wishbone keeps your defensive ends have to stay at home, read the quarterback, which will have Awesome and Roach on either defensive end side, so they'll be tested running the wishbone. And obviously our secondary, which I have complete confidence in with some of the kids we talked about having a good year. Maybe get a couple interceptions and let our offense take care of the work.
All right. I think we're just about ready to go. Looks like this is Owen Burns with the kickoff tonight. Awesome Cole might get a little breather at kicking to let him focus on the fantastic work he's been doing on both sides of the ball this year.
Once again, you're at the part of the season where you get some different looks with some kids as our tight end. So let's let him kick it off the way we are.
Okay, about a 35-yard kick, fumbled by the receiver, number 6. And Oceanside's going to drag him down around the 20-yard line.
There's Fuller Roach starting out with a good tackle in open field. One of our defensive ends coming up with a nice tackle.
So Orangeburg will start 1st and 10, looks like at the 16-yard line. So as I mentioned, Eddie Garner, Matt Rule on the corners, Diesel Scott, Moses Noy, Ford Robinson in the middle, Nate Collins, Colton Hamilton in the deep backfield. Shotgun formation, twins on either side, single set back. Shotgun snap, handed off, and he gets nowhere. That looks like number
64, that was Jay Delaney.
Jay Delaney. Hey,
I told him you better show up tonight. This is his last game. You better show up tonight. Our front line gets a lot of double teaming going on, and our front four have such a great push this last 3 or 4 games, so hopefully we see that continue.
They're going to stick with the same formation. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, quick handoff across the middle. Receiver came across the middle, and he'll get nowhere. Matter of fact, he'll lose a couple yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and about 14. So OW will start 3rd down from behind the sticks. 3rd and long. This defense hasn't given up much yet.
No, and that's a good job by our defense up to support the run. If he sees his handoff, he's going to obviously break straight towards the line of scrimmage and make a tackle there. Edison's had another pretty good solid season. There's our pick.
A tip.
There it is.
Picked. There it is.
Yep, Matthew Rowe.
Matt Rule. How about you?
That's where they do the tip drill in practice. Usually that's you end practice on those where ball gets tipped, and it was 3 or 4 land sharks ready to grab that sucker.
Uh-oh. I think we might have lost our camera. Hang with us, folks. We have a little technical difficulty here.
We're back on.
All right. There we go. So turnover and down, or actually not turnover now, it's turnover after a pick. It's going to start 1st and 10. Handoff to Tommy Harriet from Banks Luton. And he's going to get about 6 on the play. I believe that'll bring up 2nd and 4 from the 5. So they got room to get a 1st down.
And they have a big front, too, sitting there at the defensive tackle position.
They sure do.
It looks like we're just going to, start out, earn the run, which will eventually probably open up the passing game. But like Coach Jones starting out with 2 runs here, back-to-back for a touchdown. There it is.
Low snap. And my goodness, what a start by Tommy Harriet. He runs hard, and that's going to be a touchdown for your Land Sharks.
And they ran over there to row inside with Ty Mitchell, our left tackle, and our left guard. Little inside handoff, misdirection. Looks like we're might go for 2 here. Quick snap to Harriet, and he's in.
Sorry, guys, we're working on the camera here. I wonder if
it's back on.
It keeps flickering. Okay. Well, regardless, they're going to go for 2 and get it. That's going to make it 8-0 for your Land Sharks. Apologies for you folks at home. I'm not sure we've seen that formation for our extra point. We had a up back faced inwards with the offset kicking formation, and then they did a direct snap pitch and then ran back to the left side. It was well executed. All right, so the Land Sharks to kick off for the second time tonight. Only a few minutes into the first quarter. Got just under 8 minutes to go. Owen Burns with the kick. It's a short kick, about 25 yards. Picked up by number 15. He's got some room on the edge. Gains about 10 yards on the return. There is a flag on the play.
It's like Fuller Roach again on the tackle. Ball hawk. Fuller's our defensive end. He's had a good season. And wait, excuse me, that's 15. That's not.
That's that was awesome. That's 16. Garrick Ruperta. Man, I tell you what, these readers don't help with distance, do they?
And with the light tonight, it's a dark. It's a dark night. We got a little. These jerseys are hard to read with the black jerseys.
Yeah, they are.
Dark blue.
That's our excuse, and we're sticking to it.
Right. We need the binoculars tonight.
That's going to set up 1st and 10 from about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, we got Cole Hamilton and Matthew Roll over here on the left side.
Uh-oh. Referee's down. That's no good.
And these are the 2 that are better receivers they set up on the right side, which is matching up with our left side. So, we're on the far left hash mark, so I might look for something coming this way. Oh, yeah.
He's going to be brought down, I think, for a loss of about 5 on the play.
Yeah.
He's going to set up 2nd and 15.
That was Jay, and he was in there with a one-handed tackle.
Jay Delaney having a heck of a game so far tonight.
I'll have to give him some credit when it's due. I'm a tough critic.
Let's thank some sponsors while we're waiting on the play here. Our corporate sponsors, Banks Construction, Beacon Bank, Charleston International Airport, and Billy Swell's State Farm. And our exclusive premier sponsor, McDonald's. Got twins on either side, shotgun formation, shotgun snap, going to hand off to the back, and he's going to gain about 5 yards back before he's brought down. No, I'm sorry. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage before he's brought down. It's going to make it 3rd and 15.
That was Diesel Scott, who we've called a lot this season.
Clock ticking. Oceanside with some personnel, OW with some personnel changes here.
Yeah, that's one thing we've been successful with is our second level we like to talk about is our 3 linebackers have been pretty strong this season. Sound tackling, in the correct position, not overcompensating and staying true to where they need to be.
Shotgun snap, pass out to the flat, incomplete. Really good defense there by Oceanside. Didn't have a whole lot of room to complete that pass. It's going to bring up 4th down. I'd imagine we'll see a punt here deep in their own territory.
Ryland Head back here for the return, number 2.
Ryland's a name we called quite a bit this year. He's had a really good breakout year.
I think he's too deep. I guess this wind is kind of going from our right to left.
OW struggling to get the right personnel on the field. Still waiting.
4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
I think they've decided to bring him in one at a time.
Right. Now they got 11 on the field. Here we go.
Okay. So 4th and 15.
And
High snap. Punter makes a good recovery, but doesn't get a very good punt off. That's going to be fielded by Tommy Harriet and caught about the original line of scrimmage.
Your eyes are working well to call that quick.
That was a very fancy turnover on downs, essentially. So
that's one of those you start, yell fire, fire. It was one of those that could have hit off of anybody, but sure enough, Tommy was heads up.
Tommy was right there.
Sure hands, put him on the sure hands.
I think Tommy's the only one that's touched the ball so far tonight.
Right.
So Oceanside's offense comes out with trips to the right, single wide left, and our man Tommy in the backfield. Banks Luton, take the snap, looking for a man deep. He's got a man open. The pass was a little bit tall. I think he was looking for Lucas Rosetto there. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line.
OW, they run a 4-3 as well. Sometimes they run a 4-2-5, which is what they're in right now. Actually, another bracket to a 4-3.
Shotgun formation. Tommy Harriet in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Harriet. And why not when he's running like this? That's going to be I think he got in. No, he stepped out. I think he stepped out. Referee had a good view of it. I think he's down at about the 2-yard line. As hard as he runs, he just couldn't quite get his momentum turned upfield.
They're staying consistent run to that left side with Rowan and Ty.
So back in shotgun. Banks will take the snap, hand it off to Harriet, and Harriet's going to break through for the score. Tommy Harriet with 2 rushing touchdowns on the evening. Man, he runs hard.
He runs hard. It's good for the offensive line to have success as they wrap up the season. As you said, the opponents earlier on, the gauntlet was tough, and a lot of people were tough on our O-line. You know what? They stuck together as a group. Here we go for 2 again. Banks is rolling to his right.
And looks like he's going to get in.
Yep.
So that's going to be 8 more for your Land Sharks to make it 16-0. Both sides of the ball has looked really, really effective so far tonight.
Like I said, back to the O-line. They have their dinner once a week. We appreciate the parents putting that together. Feeding the boys, getting the unit to mesh as one and become friends is always important because you got to work together as a unit. It's a position that's not easy. As you hear that across the country these days, everyone's complaining.
We thank our platinum sponsors real quick, KTM Electric, Rusty Bull Brewing Company, and our tailgate sponsor, Sandra Patrick Bradley, O'Mara Real Estate. So we've got Owen Burns to kick off for the 3rd time. Early in the first quarter, I believe they're going to call offsides on Oceanside. So they'll re-kick after they back them up 5 yards.
We have a lot of games because of Halloween tomorrow are being moved to tonight and some are being pushed to Saturday. I think we're staying on schedule on Friday night away up in Orangeburg tomorrow. But high school football as a whole is summer one to trick or treat, I guess, still at the high school level.
Why give it up?
Right?
You know?
I mean,
free stuff.
It's get him home before midnight, right? So my dad always said, nothing good happens after midnight. That's when the fun starts.
I know, that's true. Okay, Owen Burns with the kickoff. Fielded by number 15 again. He's going to gain about 5 yards, 5 or 10 yards from the original catch. He's going to be spotted a couple yards ahead of the 35 with we've got 2 different spots here. Looks like it's going to be right on the 35-yard line. So OW will take over, 1st and 10 from 35.
It's like maybe it's a Tim Moultrie and Timmy Harriet, little Tim and Tommy combo on the kickoff tackle there.
Trips right for OW in a shotgun formation. Had a little bit of movement. They didn't catch it, though. And Logan Nadelborg and Jay Delaney just completely plugged the hole.
Yeah, they're going to have to start moving the ball. Get it. Yeah, we'd read where they may run the wishbone. They're going to have to start rolling out to the left or right to have any success. I mean, and they're going trips and double set. That they're going to have to figure a way to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands faster, or it's going to be a long night.
I'll tell you what, they've got the size on that line.
They do.
There.
That's why give it up to our front four. They're getting the pressure we need, and I always brag about some of our corners and Moses, our inside linebacker, and once again they're in trips. Let's see what they do.
Shotgun formation, trips right, shotgun snap, handoff, and he's going to be stopped trying to go up the middle again. You know, you got to think they got to start thinking about getting a little more creative here.
Yeah, and they did exactly what I'd expect them not to do, and I think that was Moses and I think Diesel's in there. Once again, those numbers are hard to see at this distance, but it was a stick. You can hear the pop all the way up here.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 15 from the 30-yard line. Some personnel changes there for OW. Been really impressed this year with both Fuller Roach and Awesome Cole on the ends. Fuller's given up what looks like at least 50 pounds here to the offensive lineman. He gets right around him, puts pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback's going to roll out.
Oh,
and
great
get
support.
Stuck by Matt Rule, number 3. Great open field tackle there by Matt.
Yeah, that was a total sellout where he just came up. He was reading the quarterback, and as he drifted to his right, Matt came up and just put a great tackle.
And I think that was Fuller that came to finish him off over the top. Fuller got around the end there. He had his guy beat, forced the pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback rolled out, and Fuller hustled back to assist in the tackle. So it's going to make it 4th and 16. I think we'll see another punt here.
It's good to see Coach down there giving the defensive line some love, and they've done their work so far tonight. It's really good to see that the tackling on this team is improved as we've gone from game to game, which is, I mean, that's usually something that as kids get hurt and banged up, but I'd have to say, oh no, he got it off.
He did get it off. It's going to go about 8 yards from the original line of scrimmage, so, I guess it's better than a turnover and downs.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll push back Oceanside to the OW 39, make it 1st and 10. And Oceanside will start with another really good field position here. 16-0, Oceanside over OW with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter on this chilly October evening. The temperature dropped quite a bit this past week. It feels like it's about 55 degrees or so right now. Someone can fact check me on that.
Yep. Now, as I said earlier, at least we're dry tonight. That's
shotgun snap by Banks.
Oh!
And he dropped it, and I think he got it back.
He did.
65 there for OW.
And that's their front, or they're big boys. So and this is the pass protection. You have to keep those boys in front of them. And Banks just about had that ball released, and I think he hit his arm.
Yep. Got his arm, got around Rowan there. So that makes it 2nd and 16. The 46 of OW. Shotgun formation, trips on the left. Looks like Tommy Harriet, I believe, in the backfield with him. It is. Tommy gets the ball again. Makes a couple guys miss. Gains a couple yards on the play to bring up 3rd and long. We were joking a few games ago how hard Tommy Harriet runs. He reminds me of Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh yeah,
for the Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Just the kind of guy. It's, you know, he's not a real big dude, but the kind of guy you don't want to get in front of because man, he's moving.
I'd like to see him try to run to this right side with Rocco and Declan over there on the right side, and some.
Banks with the snap, looking deep. He's got a man.
Ooh.
And good defense there by OW.
It was a good throw. Their defense back made the right adjustment and came in front of him.
Yeah, I think Banks could have probably let him a little bit more, but the problem is you had a safety over the top there, so it just wasn't a whole lot of room to squeeze
and 3rd
that
and
ball
long,
in.
I mean, you're maybe, we're never not going to get field goal range, but definitely try to go for the first down. So it was a good play. The ball was there.
So that brings up 4th and 16 for Oceanside. I think we'll see Owen Burns here. Looks like he's going to be doing both place kicking and punting tonight for special teams. Good snap. Owen with a great punt.
Yeah, Owen's a big kid. He's in the 6-foot range. He's tall, lanky. Oh, whoa!
I believe they touched it, and it's going to be OW ball. I believe we almost recovered it. See if I got a replay of that. Yeah, it bounced off the OW player there. I can't tell who that was. You said number 7? Owen Kimker? Owen Kimker just about made the recovery there. Okay, so 1st and 10 again. OW backed up to their own 9. Just about a minute to go in the first quarter. (16-0). Your Land Sharks. They'll stay in shotgun formation with twins on the right, single wide on the left. Low snap. Going to hand off to the back. He'll get about 2 yards on the carry. Bring up 2nd and 8.
They brought a new quarterback in there for a minute. Their last one was a littler guy. Maybe they're trying to beef up the position. I can't get the guy's number, but he's definitely a bigger quarterback that I'm not sure from our scouting report. Number 2, but I think they say he might have the better arm. So maybe look for some pass plays here. Like I said before, they need to get out. To get anything going against our defense, they're going to have to get out of the pocket because our front 4 is making big pushes.
No doubt. Fumbled snap.
Yeah, somebody's got it. Oceanside's got it.
I think they do. I can't tell.
No, I think.
Is that Jay down? Okay. Jay Delaney hurt on the play. He's sitting up, so hopefully he's okay. Yep. Looks like he's going to be just fine.
All right.
Dad Delaney over here holding his breath. Don't blame you.
He's a thick kid. It's going to take something big to bust him up, but you never know when you get an ankle like we saw Scatabo for the Giants this week. You see these type of injuries, and you just hold your breath and hope for the breath. He's jogging off.
You know, I'm not a big Giants fan, but I did hate to see Scatabo go down like that.
Right.
They were entertaining for a few weeks there. So that brings up 3rd and 13 from about the 7-yard line. Shotgun snap. Tosses it up. He really didn't have a whole lot of time. I think that was Awesome Cole over there on the pressure. Quarterback had about 1 second to field a bad snap and get rid of the ball, and did a good job of that, but that's about it.
Yeah, and the quarterback they have in now really, I don't think has seen a lot of time. He's built more like a fullback or a tailback, so they're going to try to air it out. Once again, I still think they need to, stretch it out and try to run off tackle, off tight end, and try to, if there's any offensive plan, they're going to have to get outside this pocket.
Here comes Jay Delaney back out. Looks like he's perfectly fine.
He was faking the whole time.
There's a flag. False start. That'll back him up halfway to the goal line. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, halfway to the goal line, so they'll make it fourth and about 16, 17. There goes Aiden.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter.
Okay.
16-0.
In the first quarter, it'll be 4th and 17 when we come back. We're going to flip field position here.
Good first quarter. Sound, other than, a couple of, we had a little sack. But other than that, our offense has been sound. Good running game. And our defense, so we're looking good.
Okay. So we'll kick the second quarter off. It'll be 4th and long for OW. Let's go ahead and thank some sponsors here. Our silver sponsors, not just Frank's Cafe, Raising Cane's, Angela Holbert State Farm, Jamie Pike with Valet Cleaning, and Longshore Boats. And our Clean the Shark sponsor, Cintas. So 4th and long, obvious punting situation here for OW. Doesn't get it off. Going to be recovered in the end zone, and that'll be a touchdown for Oceanside. George McCarthy, I think, with the recovery there, with the block and the recovery, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we've got these spotters up here that have much better eyes than we do, Jay.
Right. And, that was a good, once again, you're getting through and then you're staying off the kicker and you're getting your hands out. That's well executed and good heads up to recover it. And
absolutely.
A good memory for that young man right there.
Awesome colon for the extra point. Awesome. Makes it look easy. He's been kicking the ball really well over the last few games. I'm kind of eager to see him have a long try here at some point tonight. So that makes it 23-0. Your Oceanside Land Sharks. Oceanside will kick off here for the 4th time of the game so far.
Kickoff duty is going back to Owens. Owens got a good little leg on him.
Sure
this
does.
is the first time we've seen him this season, and probably did it in practice. That's where you earn your playing time. A lot of people say is you practice as you play as you practice, and he's got a good leg here. It's going to be returned.
Kickoff, returnable. Called at the 20, returned to about the 43, around a 20-yard return there. Flag on the play. Might have gotten a little rough there at the end for Oceanside. Good kick by Owen. Good return by OW. Personal foul on Oceanside to give them 15 yards. So they'll start at Oceanside 42. Not a terrible penalty. You got a lot of guys there who are a lot of energy, ready to play. They warmed up for probably 2 hours because of the traffic OW had getting here. So they were eager to get after it. Up 3 scores.
Yeah, we're so used to calling guys like Nate Collins and Moses and Diesel and Edison Gardner over here, but this offense really hasn't been able to stretch the field on us. And so a lot of the dirty work's been handled up with all the guys in the 4-3.
No doubt.
And been making the plays. Here comes our defensive ends.
5 wide, bad snap.
There's Awesome.
Down by Awesome Cole. We were just talking about him.
Yeah,
he does it all.
And eventually that's going to either the inside's going to break down. They're going to start worrying about our inside defensive tackles, and it's going to free up our 2 ends to attack. And they were coming from both sides on that one. I don't know. He really didn't have a prayer there. He was dead in sights.
Well, he was doomed from the bad snap to get from the get-go. Didn't give him a whole lot of time with Awesome coming in
those
there
are when
hot.
your eyes get really big as a defensive player.
Oh,
when you get a free shot at the quarterback, you're all of a sudden your gear shifts into high, and they wrapped up, made a great sound tackle.
Empty backfield, shotgun snap. Man, they're just teeing off. I believe that was Fuller that time around. Fuller Roach.
It's like an inside slant. He had almost a blitz off inside the tackle there. He came right up the middle.
Goodness gracious. He got lucky to get the ball off.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to set up 3rd and 10. I'm sorry, 3rd and 17.
And it was a good no call by the referee because he did get a shot, but it was a bang play, and Fuller definitely laid off, but he got the hit in, and you didn't do any insult to injury, and sits up 3rd and long.
Yep. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Oceanside up 23-0. 3rd and long by Oceanside, or the OW Bruins. Shotgun snap, 5 wide, looking right. Little screen pass right. Got a few blockers. He does get a yard or 2 from it.
It's a little inside slant. It's one of their double sets over there, and Awesome almost had his paws on it. He had him up. I thought he actually got a piece of it, but maybe a little.
You got to imagine they're going to go for this here. Even though it's 4th and long, their punting has not been fantastic tonight. They got probably the best field position they've had all night. So they don't have much time, so I'm going to be really curious to see what they come up with here on 4th and long. Don't think they can throw the ball. We're loading the box as well. Low snap. He's going to get the ball off. Just tosses it up. And Colton Hamilton there on coverage. It was a short pass. Receiver couldn't recover. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Oceanside ball.
So Logan got back in there. He's limping off. Looks like he's had a little shoulder hit, but he got back there quick on the quarterback, and hopefully he's okay.
It's like a stinger or something.
Yeah.
I think he had a sore shoulder coming into tonight's game. Talked to his parents earlier. So probably just soreness rearing its head there. So right at midfield, 1st and 10 for Oceanside. Got twins on either side. Banks in shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Looking long. Got plenty of time. And he's going to take off with the ball and gain about 12 yards. Tackled out of bounds.
We're going to get an offensive
10.
Probably on our wide receiver. I can't see who that is. I think maybe got him a personal foul.
Late hit?
Yeah, blocking in the back possibly. Clip. Personal foul.
Yeah, this is the point of the game we've seen a few times this year.
Yeah, it was
get
probably
up by 3 scores, and
he was trying to crack back. Banks had a good run, and then I think it was this right right side defensive back was going to make a tackle, and we picked him off.
So, I believe that was a.
Should be second and 12.
I was going to say.
We're seeing
they
first
didn't
and
give
12.
him the first down, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the penalty. So it must have been a replay on down, 15 yards from the spot maybe. Regardless, they've got it marked first down. Swing pass to the right to Diesel Scott. Diesel takes a hit and is gained about 7 yards on the play, we'll call it.
Once again, that was well executed. The timing, setup, patience in the pocket with Banks. Diesel opened up, and then boom, he was right there and picked up about 5 or 6 yards. Get us in manageable position with second about 7 or 8 yards, which makes it, once again, we're set up for a good drive. We got trips left.
Second, 6, 7 yards.
There you go.
Shotgun formation, trips right, or left rather. They're going to hand it off to Diesel Scott. He's going to be caught in the backfield.
There is a
nowhere.
game tackle.
Matter of fact, he's going to lose 2 yards on the play, which brings up 3rd and 9.
It's one of those where the whole line takes that play off and says you're on your own.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I've been a little bit impressed so far tonight with the defensive secondary of OW. We've not had a whole lot of room downfield.
I say they're big. I mean, those guys they're looking at least 200 to 220 across the front. You got your 2 tall defensive ends that are at least 6 foot, so they're athletic. They just got to get a little bigger push.
Another shotgun formation here. 4 wide. Diesel Scott in the backfield. Got plenty of time.
Great protection.
He's going to have to get rid of the ball. He's going to beat his man around the end. Still has time and room. Oh, gracious. Had 2 receivers down there. Probably should have been caught. Banks made a good pass there.
Yeah, he was rolling to his left. He spotted up the receiver. Both the receiver showed the hand signal that he was open, and Banks obviously he pointed to show that he had seen him, and it was there. They actually had 2 receivers. The first one tipped it, and the second one had an opportunity as well. But
so it brings up 4th down.
That's one advantage we're having is Banks' speed. Once he gets outside the pocket, OW doesn't have the speed to catch him. They don't have like a fast defensive end, and if their corners crack down, it's going to open up a wide receiver, which is going to be trouble for them.
He gets that speed from his dad.
There you go. I was going to say I thought it was maybe his mom. Oh, good punt.
Snap. Good punt. That's going to take an oceanside bounce right in the arms, actually, of number 6.
Oh.
And he's going to bring him down
good
right
tackle.
around the 20-yard line. Vicious tackle there by,
I know,
is that Tommy Harriet?
Is that number, or is it?
Yeah, Tommy Harriet on the tackle. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Defense having a nice game tonight. See what they can do here. Looks like Logan Nadelborg is back out there. No issues with his shoulder. Him and Jay Delaney holding down the middle with Fuller and Awesome on the ends.
And I expect to see more of the same. They're going to stack. They're switching the they must see a matchup they like over there on the left side. I think Awesome's going to
new quarterback too.
Yep, here comes our defensive ends.
Tosses it up.
Oh,
had a man, and he dropped the ball. Goodness gracious, he was hit pretty hard there.
Yeah, Nate came in and cleaned that up really quick. The receiver was actually had a play on the ball. He was open. I'll give the quarterback credit because he escaped the our defensive ends call, and then Roach had him tied up, and then he just kind of threw a Hail Mary, and it landed in his hands, and Nate was having none of it.
No, Nate, the headhunter back there.
Yeah.
Nate's had a really good year this year. I think he's had 3 or 4 picks.
Easily, and that's he's a ball hawk, and apparently he wants to hit tonight, but he finished that kid off pretty well.
So it looks like OW rather is going to go with a speedier quarterback to hopefully give him a little bit more time to get the receivers downfield. They've tried running the ball, hadn't worked out very well. They've tried a couple quarterbacks. This is their 3rd. Looks like this one's a bit more mobile.
Yeah, he looks like a speed kid. I'm not cheering for the other team, but you want to have a competitive football game, and
good snap.
There you go.
Okay.
That's
there's a penalty in the backfield. Wonder if they're going to call roughing the passer here.
Yep. Matthew almost had one there. Kind of fell down awkwardly on his backside. Looks like his tailbone is.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. That'll be automatic first down for OW.
You know, with the pressure that we're getting, we're going to have to be careful with that. I mean, a couple here and there, but we're getting some free shots where the kids are going to have to pay attention and watch the ball when it's released, not to add insult to injury and try to finish off the quarterback, because they're going to start giving with 23-0. They're not going to let us just go around there and tee off on these kids, and we're going to have to play smart football at this point. Because we've seen that before. Past few games where we've gotten a sizable lead where the referees start taking into account any penalties or things our boys do. They're gonna flag us.
So that sets up 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation, deep back, handoff, and he'll get nowhere. Be a loss of at least 2 yards with forward progress. They're giving him actually a little bit more forward progress, so looks like he somehow got back to the line to gain, or to the line of scrimmage. Not sure how that happened. But that'll set up 2nd and 10. Clock ticking at just over 5 minutes in the second quarter.
I can't see who's on the other side next to Logan. Looks like he subbed in for Jay. Like
Cash Hamilton, 56.
Is that who it is?
Yeah. Thanks to Matt Cole, our eagle-eyed spotter over here. Delay of game, okay. So that sets up 2nd and 15, 16 maybe. As the chill starts settling in up here tonight. I was told I needed more layers, and I didn't listen, and here we are. Shotgun formation. Twins on his side. Bad snap. Looks like he's going to fall on the ball. And it's a good thing he got down, because big Logan Nadelborg was coming for a head there. So,
You know, this will hopefully be one of the last football games where we won't be able to not use our stands, as OCA continues to build the campus and grow as a school from the facility standpoint. You know, you got food trucks out here. It's a chilly evening, but it's a great night for football. There's Mrs. Cole waving at us. How are you tonight? But, you know, the stands, everything's going to be, with the basketball going, the arena's going to be built behind us. It's going to be fun to watch the school continue to grow. And I've got 4 more years here. You have 3, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of development. The school's really going the right direction.
I've got at least 3. This is Max is my oldest of 4, and if it's up to us, we might be here for the next 30 years.
You're serving your time.
4 kids. I can't even do the math there. I think all my clothes will have a big.
You're gonna be getting Social Security checks hanging around here.
That's right. That's right.
You're gonna have a plaque behind one of the field goals here, in memory of.
Bury me here under the stands. Okay, so timeout for I believe OW took the timeout there to talk things over. It's 3rd and long, really long.
We got our cheer squad down there. I was talking to one of the dads earlier. We were delayed, and his daughter was a cheerleader. They're talking about the freshman girls get a chance to come out here, cheer on the boys. He's got the varsity has a really big squad, so it's good to see some school spirit, especially going into the playoffs. Love for the families to get the kids out. I know that it's not as easy as going to some of these road games, but getting the kids out to show school support when the varsity plays for the playoff run would be great to see.
Shotgun formation looks like they're going with their 2nd quarterback of the night.
Look out.
He's going to be brought down Not a whole lot to say on that play. It looks like he took the snap and was just ready to take the hit.
Yep.
Pressure on the outside there by Fuller. And
I think our front two got it back in there again. Jay and Logan are getting penetration, and we're bringing in our kick return, punt return.
Oceanside subbing some guys out here. Little confusion.
They're good. They're going for it.
We do have 11 on
Coach
the field.
Jones calling a timeout. A lot of confusion on both sides. It looks like I think that is their punter. They were set up, but then I think we were reading it as maybe a possible fake, and we were shifting guys in and out. And Coach Jones said, let's just
talk it over.
Yeah, we've got 3 in our pocket. Let's use one of them with 2:44 left in the half. A learning moment, as they like to say sometimes, right? Just make sure your personnel's correct. And I always say one of those things, like, you throw your punt team out there and 10 kids go out there, and it's like you practice all week. You're either on the punt coverage team or you're not.
Yeah. Well, end of the day, they're still 14 and 15-year-old boys.
Right?
You know?
So that was a good timeout by Coach Jones. He's letting his assistant coaches do a lot of the work, which is good to see. That's another thing. It's having Coach LaPrade. A lot of the varsity coaches have come down to work with the JV. I think that's great. It's healthy. Shows, gives the kids an opportunity to see what's going on at the next level. And obviously the coaches get an eye on what these kids are capable of. So it's something you don't see a lot, I don't think, in high school programs, is the varsity coaches coming down on a regular basis.
So 4th and a mile. Bad snap. He's going to be – that's a fumble. I think he was trying to throw the ball.
Right.
He was. They're going to call it
1st and 1 on the 1.
Well, they're going to he signaled for a pass, like he passed the ball, but then I guess he did fumble it. So that's going to be 1st down and goal at the 1 for Oceanside. Best field position of the night.
Right. I think this is going to be Tommy.
Not sure we can get better field position.
This is going to be a Tommy Harriet to the right.
It should be.
Tommy Harriet to the left, I have a feeling. Or we could do one of those tush pushes we talked about early in the season back in Savannah back in the day. It seems like that was yesterday, but it was a month ago when we were 1st and goal. We couldn't get it in, and we tried to get up the middle a couple times.
The all tush, no push.
Right.
I think.
Here goes
there's Tommy. No, he faked it. It was a playoff. It was a play action pass to the flat, and
Hamilton Cole, or is that
that's Diesel.
Well, it's Bennett Caden made number 4.
Is that 4? I think it's Diesel number 0.
Oh, it is 0.
Yeah, it's Diesel. Drop pass, all good. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line here.
It was a play action to Harriet, and he was wide open and just went right through his hands.
Imagine we're going to get Harriet up the middle here.
Yeah.
No,
Banks. He's gotten away. Here's the speed.
Got away from number 65. And he's just going to run it in.
Heads up.
And he gets in.
Yep.
Should be a touchdown, and it is. Banks Luton with a nice scramble there. He was in the clutches of number 65. I'm a little surprised they didn't call him down back there when he had him
in the grasp.
Grasp, but I guess he didn't have him wrapped up. Banks get loose and scores on the play.
That's the thing. They only had, surprisingly, OW only had one guy back there, and the pursuit angle of the defensive end was nowhere to be found, and Banks kept on pursuing to the left side and lunged out and put that ball across the line. I think we're going to kick it this time. I think we've had 2 two-point conversions, and they're going to let Awesome kick it away here. Actually, this will be this is his second one.
Second, yep. Kick is up, and good. Not as pretty as his first one, but
it's effective. It's effective.
Regardless. The wind is whipping.
And it's coming right to left into our face now, kicking into the wind as that extra point was. So,
Ryan, who told me I should have brought an extra jacket tonight, he's looking at me, so I got to pretend I'm not cold right now.
All right.
And Oceanside will kick it off for the 5th time tonight, I believe. Owen Burns has done a really good job tonight. That's allowed Awesome Cole to. It's going to be another offside.
I think that's Diesel down here on the end. Getting a little excited. He's shaking his head. I think he's.
Let's thank our sponsors. Our corporate sponsors, Banks Construction, Beacon Bank, Charleston International Airport, and Billy Swales State Farm. And our exclusive premier sponsor, McDonald's. Go ahead and thank our platinum sponsors while we're at it. KTM Electric, Rusty Bull Brewing Company, and our Feed the Shark sponsors for the week, Migliori's, McDonald's, Mazzo Deli, Harris Teeter, the Black and Blue Booster Club. We also have Cast Iron and Sunny Days food trucks out here tonight. We appreciate them being here. Kickoff recovered by number 6. Running laterally.
Gang tackle.
I think he went about 30 yards laterally and 1 yard north and south. Uh-oh. So 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Shotgun snap. Has plenty of time this time. Looks like it's going to be a hold. Flag on the play. He's still going, though. And he's finally out of bounds.
Got to wrap up. Got kids quitting on the play. You know, it is 30-0, and then this is where some of the youth comes in. I'm going to pick on my kid. You know, he turned his back on the play. They hadn't blown the whistle. And you know, this time of the season, you got to know you play until the whistle's blown. And even though they had a holding,
that'll back him up 10 yards. They'll replay 1st down, 1st and 20. Kind of a lazy play there by defensively all around, I think.
Yeah.
But still turned out in our favor.
This is where, you know, just due to the talent imbalance, sometimes you start getting a little sloppy.
A little confusion there. Might be another hold.
Yeah.
It did bring him down this time. Another flag on the play.
They're back
a little
here
chippy out there. That could be 2 flags on OW. One's a hold.
Might have a personal foul. Hamilton, he might have hit Hamilton, or
yeah, I think
strong safety. And another flag. Oh, that's the same flag. I thought they. Oh, yeah, okay. Just on cue, as I was saying, yeah, when 30-0, keeps playing sound football. Stay in your lanes. You know, your defensive ends, hold contain, stay home. You get overly excited.
Offsetting. Was that a face mask they called? Or a defensive hold? I couldn't tell. Yeah. Face mask. Offsetting fouls. So we'll play 1st down for the 3rd time. First and 20. Shotgun snap. He's going to run it.
Oh,
quarterback
hang on.
Number 10. He's a big boy. And he's carrying some guys with him. He's going to gain about 5 yards on the play before he's brought down out of bounds at what looks to be the 25-yard line. So they'll gain about 5 yards on the play. They'll bring up 2nd and 15. Just under a minute to go in the half. You cold, Jeff?
Yeah, I was looking around. Everybody's doing that slow dance up here. You rock left to right. You start moving your leg. You start pumping the legs, getting the quads moving a little bit. We're up here fully exposed. But it's a nice night. It's a good night for football. Heading into a big weekend of football. We got Georgia, Florida. So there's a lot of fun, good time of year.
2nd 15, OW. Number 10 takes the snap. He's going to look deep and just chunk it up there. That should
There's
be
Nate
picked
Collins.
by Nate.
He's trying to get away.
Collins.
They're probably going to blow a whistle here, but they didn't.
There we go. Nate Collins with, I think, his 5th or 6th pick of the year.
It might be 6 or 7, you know.
He just has a nose for the ball,
He's
Jeff.
and he high points the ball. You know, that's something that's you try to teach it. Sometimes it comes naturally. And for that kid, it comes naturally. Every time we've seen him make the pick, he's always got the high hands, and he's leaping up, which is great technique, and it's something he's gifted with. I say he's an outfielder, center fielder for Moultrie. Years, last couple of years we played baseball with him, and he's a good kid. And it's the first time I've been able to see him play football, and he's got a bright future here at Oceanside.
Luton takes a shotgun snap. He's got 3 receivers, but he's going to go right.
And he's got him.
He's got his man.
Yep.
Ryland Head.
Running with a straight.
With a deep ball. I think that was about a 40-yard pass in the air.
Yeah. That was a straight go
Put
route.
right on the money.
Straight go route. And it was put on a dime to right in there. Banks had a great throw. Good protection from the front 5. And gave him a little bit of time. That's all he needed. And Head used his speed. And, I mean, it was not poor coverage. He was on him. It was just a perfect pass and a great catch.
Beat. It wasn't poor coverage, but Ryland Head, who's had a breakout year this year, just had his man beat.
Mm-hmm.
Banks put the ball where it needed to be.
Coach Pratt down there giving the kids props, which is great to see. He's doing that in front of your head varsity coach. That's good stuff.
And Awesome Cole, Mr. Dependable there for the extra point. That'll make it 37-0 for your Oceanside Land Sharks over the Orangeburg-Wilkinson Bruins with 14 seconds to go in the second quarter. O-line doing a great job, giving Banks a lot of time there. Let that play develop downfield. Notably, we've got Noah Anderson at center tonight. It's great to have him there alongside Rowan Rothwell, Ty Mitchell, Rocco Reyes, and Declan Lynch as our offensive line starters and doing good work down there. So pick the ball off again with 14 seconds left to go in the half. Another good kick, fielded by number 6. And he's going to go
a great tackle. It's
back to the, well, they're going to give him forward progress to the 29. That took 7 seconds, so this should be probably the last play of the half.
That was Nate on the tackle there. Tried to run off with the ball after, as if he maybe got the fumble, but
he's just so used to having it in his hands defensively, I guess.
Hamilton limping off the field, back into a 4-3.
Looks like we got Kimker over there at safety in place of Hamilton. I think Hamilton got shaken up on the play.
We haven't called our linebackers' names that much as we've had success up front. There for, and our two corners have not had many chances tonight, but I think they're going to start. Let's see, we got a timeout here, Orange.
Yep. Well, see if they're going to be creative here with probably one play to go. Maybe they do a quick out there on the sideline and gain 10 yards or so and maybe set up something else. But, I mean, for a team that hasn't really moved the ball hardly at all tonight, to call timeout with 7 seconds at the 22-yard line, maybe they're going to come up with something really special here.
Right, and I think we're 1 touchdown away from a running clock, if I'm not mistaken. Is it at 42? Is that the number? 42, we'll start having a running clock. So
no snap. He's going to hand it off.
And that should do it.
So maybe not the creativity we expected there on the last play of the half, but regardless, that will be the last play. Your Oceanside Land Sharks with a great first half on both sides of the ball and special teams, and they're up 37-0. Jeff, I think we're going to go take a break and probably warm our hands up a little bit.
Right.
And we'll be back with you all in probably about 10 minutes or so as we look at this beautiful October sky. And we're back for the second half of Oceanside against Orangeburg Wilkinson. Your score is 37-0 Oceanside.
Looks like, once again, Coach LaPrad's out there getting on the field. He's I'll tip my hat to him. It's out here. It's dropped into the low 50s and lopsided game, and everybody's staying engaged, which is it's this kids have earned it. This is the last game of the season. Last half of JV football for a lot of these young men, and be hard-pressed to say they haven't enjoyed it. We've avoided big injuries, knock on wood, and kids have stayed healthy and played hard, and I think they made a lot of great memories and teammates for a lifetime.
OW kickoff for the first time tonight. It's about a 20-yard kick fielded by, I think that's Diesel Scott. He's going to have a running start. Going to have a flag on the play. Diesel Scott with a really good return, probably about 40 yards to the 35, but we'll see what the flag is. 2 flags. Is that a pink flag?
We got a pink flag for breast cancer as we wind down the month of October. First time I've seen that one out tonight.
Is that really a pink flag?
I think. They've been throwing so many tonight, I think they've ran out. Got a personal foul on Oceanside. I think it was a
personal foul both ways, should offset. Ran out of flags and threw his pink underwear out there, I guess.
Right.
Huh? So great starting field position by Oceanside after Diesel Scott's 35, 40-yard kick return there. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line of OW. We'll see Banks Luton and the Oceanside offense come back out. They'll get immediately into shotgun formation. Got Tommy Harriet in the backfield and 3 wide. Shotgun snap, handed off to Tommy. Tommy running hard to the outside. He'll gain about 9 yards on the play. I think that'll set up 2nd and 1.
And Coach Jones is he's probably, he's staying with this run to the left side. We've scored twice off of it and a couple extra points, and it's working. You got Ty and I don't know, my sheet in front of me, our other left.
Talking about Rocco?
Yeah, Rocco.
Rowan and Ty there on the left.
Here we go again.
Hand off to Tommy. Not much space, but he is going to get a first down. So that'll set up 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line.
He has a very distinctive style of running where he really wraps up the ball, great ball protection, kind of leans forward. It's a very almost like a John Riggins run back to the old Redskins day, and he runs hard between the tackles and kind of plows his way through. It's not really pretty or sexy, but it's effective.
Riggins, I thought you were talking about Friday Night Lights there for a second.
Come on.
Shotgun formation. Banks gets the pass off.
Oh, great.
That's going to be Caden Bennett. A flag from 30 yards away. Somebody check that ref's arm because he threw that flag further than I've ever seen before. That was a touchdown by Caden. But it's going to be called back most likely. I'm not sure what the call is. Let's see here.
Are they supposed to keep the clock running, or it's?
They are supposed to keep the clock running. Is that a hold?
Clock run.
Did they call that a hold? A hold. Referee saw that from about 50 yards away and chunked it 50 yards. Sure did. I think that flag had some rocks in it, not sand as usual. Okay, so that'll set up 1st and 14. Shotgun snap, fake handoff, and I believe I think that's Ryland Head. He dropped the ball.
Ryland had the inside slant. It was a little high. He's not that tall of a target, but
it was over the middle.
Yeah, it was definitely a catchable ball. Sometimes you get little alligator arms when you see your secondary safety sitting right there. He had him sitting right in his sights, and that's all right. It was executed well and just dropped the pass.
So 2nd and 14. Trips left. Going to be handoff to Tommy. I'm sorry, to Diesel, I believe.
Diesel runs hard.
Diesel
Fast
does run
kid.
hard, and he's going to have a touchdown.
He's walking in.
A nice 24-yard run there by Diesel Scott. Good blocking downfield. Get a replay here. Really good blocking there. Even Caden Bennett there at the end of the play. And that's going to put 6 more on the board. That'll make it 43-0 with 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
We've got a little special guest up here tonight from Orangeburg, came to visit us from the other side. The team manager from Orangeburg, Quentin. He's been there for 3 years. Quentin, are you ready for Halloween tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
And what are you dressing up at all?
No, sir.
No. Tell us what you do. What your responsibilities are for Orangeburg.
So my job is basically to come up here and film the games for them. I've done it for 3 years, and I'm very successful at it.
Right. So you're a junior?
Yes, sir.
All right. How's your grades?
My grades is decent.
Good. You study hard. You out here on a Thursday night. That's great. You get out here, and who's your best friends on that team?
Best friend, mainly the whole team for real. 'Cause the whole team got my back for real. So the whole team.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
So you take care of them, and they take care of you. That's kind of how it works.
Yes, sir.
All right. How long was the bus ride? Okay, out here tonight?
It's okay. It's an hour because I slept the whole ride. So you
slept?
Yes, sir.
Oh, at least you weren't hanging on your phone watching TikTok or anything like that. That's right. I appreciate that.
Jeff, you've never sounded older, better.
Right? I know. On all these social media platforms these kids love. And Quentin, I appreciate you coming out tonight. Wish you guys the best in this off season as we head into the holiday season, and make sure you keep those boys in line. All right. Looks like you're the man for the job. All right, buddy. You can hang out here as long as you want. And
all right.
Quentin from Orangeburg. Our 3-year
Special
manager,
guest.
right?
Good kick here by Owen Burns.
Oh, big hit.
Goodness gracious.
Is that Diesel again?
I think that was Tommy.
Was it Tommy?
That was Tommy Harriet in there on that tackle.
Oh, yeah, number 7.
You could hear the number 32 right here.
30.
You could hear the hit from all the way up here. Hey, let's thank our sponsors real fast. Our corporate sponsors, Banks Construction, Beacon Bank, Charleston International Airport, and Billy Swell's State Farm, and our exclusive premier sponsor, McDonald's.
Isn't that what those kids do? They do TikTok, isn't it? I thought that was...
That's one of them. I think it's probably the way you said it.
Oh, yeah, I know. It
You're
wasn't...
not going to be on that TikTok, are you?
It's that or Snapchat. I know that. As I check my son's time on the phone, it's like I see an hour here, hour there on these dang things. And
low snap. He's looking for a man. He's off by a mile. I tell you, they've had 3 quarterbacks tonight, OW, and not one of them's had a good snap yet, unfortunately.
Old Hamilton was tracking that down. He's had at least 1 pick this year. The little guy plays with the big Lion's heart back there, our strong safety, and he's had a good season. He had 1 game early on. We were in our 4 or 5A teams where we had a mismatch. We had a really big receiver that got behind him one time. But other than that, he's had a great season. Interception, like I said, always coming in on tackles to finish off, and once again our secondaries played well throughout the season.
So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. It's going to be a swing pass out here in the flat, and he's going to have Oceanside Land Sharks all around him. Brought down for a loss of probably 7 yards, 6 yards. And I think they might get him for a face mask. I thought I might have seen something. He's doing the Macarena out there. Not sure what the call was. Was it a defensive hold? How do you get a defensive hold when they're tackling a guy back here? That's a confusing call there, but call they made nonetheless.
Keeps their offense on the field, which I think is one of the goals here for the referees, but that's okay. We've got a running clock at 1:25. Give them a first down, and
I'm not sure what just happened.
We got some of our, some of the subs in on defense right now, which is I always praise that move by Coach Jones, getting everybody playing time. It's well deserved, and once again, LaPrad's here to get a look.
Good pass by the quarterback there, dropped by the receiver. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So looks like we have Sam McCanson subbed in. I have a tough time some of these numbers seeing, but we definitely have some new numbers out there.
Lucas Peoples.
We got 45, or maybe that is 6. That's Lucas at 46.
Yep. Anthony Demchick, number 31.
Yep.
Got a hard seat over here.
I know, right?
Shotgun formation. Twins on either side. Another low snap. He picks it up, and he's going to get the ball off downfield. Good defense.
And that's picked off by Owen Kemker. Yep.
Owen Kemker. Great play there by Owen.
Yeah. Just as I was bragging about our secondary, the ball was well thrown, and it was thrown a good 20 yards, so it wasn't, as if it was underthrown, but it was a jump ball, and once again, he high-pointed it and grabbed it and made the play. And we're going to the fourth quarter here. The final quarter of the 2025 JV OCA football season.
Man, making me emotional over
I
here,
know,
Jeff.
right? It's like, look back when we made the long travel to Savannah and Ryan getting stung by the Hornets in the stands, bringing out a can of Raid. A lot of good memories of the season behind us. And I think there's a bright future ahead of us with these kids.
Need like a montage of our greatest moments,
We had the band playing that one, the Pirates band.
Where nobody could hear us.
Oh, that was great. I mean,
they're playing the best of the 60s TV intros.
I was in heaven. I was, it was my genre.
I Dream of Jeannie was a hit there that night.
We have to find out when the Battle of the Bands is every year and make sure we schedule an away game so we don't have a band. And that was a fun afternoon, evening, and a Land Shark victory. Had a lot of kids that have seen Coach LaPrade that want to be a part of this program. And, our lottery opens up January 1st every year to enroll kids. And big run here by Banks. They're going to get a hold.
Another flag.
Couple holds.
Tell you what, this back judge has an arm on him.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
They're coming. And, this is when I don't know, aging myself again, when these flags go flying in, and I can't remember the NFL guy's name. He got hit in the face.
Foul, face mask by the defense.
And it hit his eye, and I think it was the Dallas Cowboys. He got a big swollen eye, and there's a lawsuit. It's like, I don't know why they're tossing these things, 15 yards at, teenagers. And you could probably just throw it down by your waist. And
that wasn't that long ago. That was probably.
Who was that? Yeah.
20 years ago.
I did. I was like Leon Lett stuff.
That was back before TikTok.
It might have been Leon Lett.
Before TikTok was invented.
Really?
That's for
Yes,
sure.
it was. It was a Cowboy, I believe.
It wasn't Lett. Lett's the one that dropped the ball.
Yeah, he did the
showboating into the end zone.
He did the snow angel in the end zone.
Anyway, back to football. Shotgun snap to Banks Luton. He's going to look for a man. And
I'm mad at my color, Clay. I'm giving a little,
just ahead of Lucas Rossetto there.
That's my flag throwing collar by these umpires they haven't hit anybody yet. I'm still not sure if that was a pink flag or if that was.
I don't know what it was either. I think it might have been one of our boys' pink gloves or something. They're all in pink for breast cancer awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2nd and 10. Running clock, 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Shotgun snap.
It's a great route.
Great route. Great
by
pass
Lucas
on
Rossetto.
the money.
Rossetto with a great 10 yards, squared it up. Oh, Zach. I thought it was 14. Oh, it is. Yeah, Zach Pike. I had
Zach Pike.
13. There you go. See, I'm.
Zach Pike, whose dad Jamie's been helping us out up here. We appreciate his help. Zach, speedy receiver, had a good stop route there.
Yeah, that was a really pretty route. Came off the ball hard, shut it down, did a curl inside, and Banks was a great timing pattern and laid it right in there.
Comes a snap, handed off to Diesel Scott. Diesel Scott
running
is going
hard.
to carry some guys for about 7 yards. Good hard run there. We'll set up 2nd and 3. Got here at Oceanside tonight, a lot of sports happening at the same time. I believe they've got a volleyball game tonight. You see the visiting team there coming in.
The Coastal Limo is a great sponsorship. We use that to go up to Columbia for the Oklahoma-South Carolina football game, and very cognizant to use our sponsors when we have the chance to do that, to give back because of what things they do. I mean, here it is, 8 o'clock on a Thursday night, and
well, that's our team coming back from an away game.
You know, I mean, that's a great transportation partner to have for the school. I mean, back when I was coaching here about 8-9 years ago, that was non-existent. So that's another great perk for the kids here at this school to have, is a nice transportation system.
So 3rd and 3 here for your Land Sharks. Banks takes the snap, hands it off to Diesel Scott. Diesel Scott just took off, came out of there and hit that hole really quickly. Going to easily pick up the first down, probably a 15-yard gain. We'll set up 1st and 10 from the 14-yard.
Looks like Noah Anderson had a pancake there, and the kids are giving him a big cheer. It was a good work up front for number 52.
6 minutes to go in the game. Oceanside up 45-0 and driving. Shotgun snap. Handed off to Tommy Harriet.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle there by number 16 for OW.
That's those big kids up front. You know, I mean, a lot of these kids are raw. They have the size. They're only going to be getting bigger. And you get the right coaching staff and the right program. You never know where these kids will end up one day. They're all good athletes.
So that sets up 2nd and 10. Been in shotgun all night. And here we go again. Another handoff to Tommy, and looks like he's not.
It's that same left defensive end. He's crashing down. Our up backs probably not. They're going to identify him now. Going to probably put our tight end on him.
We've got some new offensive linemen here in here. We got Wyatt Fort. I think number 65 there.
Let's see if Declan picks him up on this one after. Right now he's number 18 for OW. He's almost doing like a spy. Here he is again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a pass, incomplete pass. So we've got a couple new linemen. I mentioned Fort there, number 65. Looks like we've got. I think that's.
So what they got? They got a nickel back. They're doing a spy now. That number 16 is watching everywhere.
Parker Robinson.
Bank
73.
is going. Fourth down. Got a man. Got him.
All right.
What a great pass.
Great pass. Great catch. And they're going to get him for a celebration there.
I guess you can't spin the ball here in high school.
No, you can't do that.
That's like we say sometimes. That's when they watch too much TV. And
who's that? Rosetto, 13, I think it was. Corner of the end zone.
But it was a great catch. Great pass. And they're excited, which is understandably so. It's maybe the second touchdown he's had this year.
I think he's had a few.
I want to say he has two. I don't know off the top of my head. But he's a good-looking receiver. He's got the height, Coach LaPrade sitting there giving him a little talk. Slaps him on the head. It's all good, kid. You know, you got your varsity coach in there. You get a penalty on your touchdown, but, you know, it's kind of nice. You come to the field and the coach says, you know what, it's all right. Celebrate, but next time.
Well, you know, they see it at every level.
Sure.
You know, pros and college. And high snap.
Oh, busted play. Oh,
all right, you got to get him down here.
Yeah.
High snap made it difficult to put the ball down, to get the ball down for the kick, and so they'll fail the extra point. So that'll make it 51-0. Your Land Sharks on this, the last game of the regular season. The day before Halloween.
Who's 49? Evan? Evan? What's the last name? So Coach started to empty the bench a little bit. We put in Evan
Kilgore.
He's coming in on the kickoff return. The kids are enjoying it, supporting their teammates. Everybody's getting some reps in tonight. 51-0. Put the running clock at 2 minutes. It's probably going to be our last drive of the season, and you know, the boys have played. It's been a good year. You know, we won the games we were supposed to win. Obviously, when you're playing a 5A school with numbers catch up with us, but it's been good football for the most part, and improvement is all you're looking for at this level, and good sportsmanship, and we've seen just that.
Good kick.
That's a block in the back. That's all right.
And I think he ran out of bounds. So, they got a man down.
Yeah.
Hope he's okay. Looks like he's holding his knee. It's never good.
No, and you could feel the temperature getting a little bit.
Yeah, he's pointing
Both sides.
to his
We
knee.
need a trainer to probably come see this young man laying on the field. Here comes our training staff to help him out.
It's not good. You hate to see that, especially the last game of the season with
Right.
1 minute left, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he's in pain.
And I think our kids should probably take a knee, but they're not doing it, but that's all right.
Well, while they're attending to that young man, we certainly hope he's okay. We'll do one last run with our sponsors here. Our platinum sponsors, KTM Electric, Rusty Bull Brewing Company, and our tailgate sponsor, Sandra Patrick Bradley O'Meara Real Estate. And we have our silver sponsors, not just Frank's Cafe, Raising Cane's, Angela Holbert State Farm, Jamie Pike with Valet Cleaning and Longshore Boats, and our Clean the Sharks sponsors, Cintas. And lastly, our Feed the Shark sponsors for the week, Migliori's, McDonald's, Mazzo Deli, Harris Teeter, and the Black and Blue Booster Club.
So we got Sam Spann over here on our right defensive end, and I believe that is maybe George McCarthy over on our left side defensive end. So we got a couple new pair there, as well as our defensive tackles. I can't see the inside number. I think that's Evan at 49, their left defensive tackle.
Bad snap. Picks it up.
Oh, there's our great.
And he kind of tossed it there. I'm surprised.
Yep.
I guess it did hit the ground. So I think the quarterback was in the clutches and kind of shuffled it out there. Ball hit the ground, so it should be an incomplete pass, I believe.
Sam Spann had him tied up. He had his moment right there, and he was getting ready to throw him to the ground, but the ball did jar loose. And
Evan Kilgore, you can hear the team chanting his name here. Young man that's been a special part of the program. This should be the last play of the game.
oh, and
Toss the ball up, and I think that's going to be incomplete.
that's your ball game.
And that'll do it. Your Oceanside Land Sharks finish the regular season with another win. That'll make them 4-3, Final score is 51-0 over the Orangeburg-Wilkinson Bruins. Folks, we appreciate you guys joining us this year. Hope that you'll watch tomorrow as our varsity team takes on, finish out their regular season, takes on OW at OW. Should be a good game. That team, as you heard Coach saying before tonight, is 9-0. And, of course, our Land Sharks are playing their best football they've played in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a great season. Appreciate you guys including me, and had a lot of fun watching these kids and getting to meet, being a new Land Shark parent. It's a great community they have here, and it's been a lot of fun and it's a lot of good success. The kids are sprinting towards the end zone, excited. A lot of good team morale. Tip my hat to Coach Jones, working his way through this season, and it's been a lot of fun. And like I said, a lot of these kids are going to be moving up the next level, and parents are out there listening now. Just keep your kids healthy and do your off-season training, do your homework, and look forward to seeing them next season.
For Lisa Dyke, Ryan Anderson, Michael Hunt, we've got Matt Cole with us as well, Jeff Delaney, and I'm Clay Luton. We appreciate you guys joining us tonight in this season, and we'll see you this time next season.